And I think I partly do this show just to prove to myself that I'm okay. I'm Shannon Kringen, I'm Goddess Kring, I'm here, I'm alive, I have a purpose for the community. But I also feel like the less narcissistic reason why I'm here is that I hope that you will do what you love and have faith in yourself as a unique individual person. You know, if you're interested in photography or dancing or painting or singing or acting or studying birds or, you know, anything, science, music, art, theater, psychology, whatever it is, studying insects, traveling to Peru, whatever it is, I fully encourage you to do your thing, follow your bliss. You know, you are special. You are, every one of us is special and unique and talented in our own way, whether we want to be homemakers or doctors or lawyers or do performance art or run around the streets naked or be a janitor or be a surgeon or be a psychologist or be an environmentalist or be a nuclear physicist, whatever it is, there's something about you that's special and unique. And sometimes people discourage us from following our passion. And so I'm here to say, please follow your bliss, follow your passion. It sounds corny, follow your bliss, but I really think that life is amazing. And in some ways life is really hard. And there's a war going on and really nasty, awful, terrible, corrupt, terrible, hideous crimes going on to the environment and in the war and politically. There's nasty things going on. And there's also simultaneously so much beauty on this earth. And life is precious. And life is beautiful. And there's so much we can do. And I am amazed at some of the experiences I've had. One thing leads to another synchronistically. I've met amazing people. Today I talked to some amazing people who recognized me from my TV show, and we exchanged cards. You know, if you decide to go down one street instead of another, you meet someone, and then one thing leads to another, and then you end up going to Europe with that person. I mean, I've had amazing synchronistic things happen where I go to a certain event, and then I meet someone, and then I go to Europe, and then I get invited, you know, one thing leads to another, and then I'm in Massachusetts at a naturist gathering, and in Florida, and I go to France, and I go to England, and and then I model for someone, and then I meet somebody else that knows somebody else that's connected, and so I feel like, to me that means I'm on the right track, because I keep manifesting different opportunities. And don't get me wrong, I've also had some really bad experiences, and I've had some really bad relationships, but I feel like it was all meant to be because I'm learning, no matter what. Like, I'm one of those people that, no matter what, I always want to learn and grow and heal. My favorite color is green, which is the heart chakra, which is healing and growth. Healing energy come through me. Let me be the channel to the healing energy. Let me be the channel to the healing energy is what I like to chant in my head. Comfortable. And I call him Kring. And I usually cover up the logo. I don't like logos. Whenever I get a sweatshirt or shoes, I always paint Kring on top. I'm an artist and a figure model for a living, and I consider this TV show a community political form of activism. My purpose on this earth is to shine light on things. I think this is what artists do. I mean, aside from creating something beautiful and interesting, I know some people might look at my face paint and think it's ugly or weird or just strange, and other people go, wow, that's really beautiful. I really like the colors and the way you've combined them. And if I seem really hyper, it's because I actually don't drink or smoke. I don't like drugs, but I'm totally high right now with endorphins because of the bike ride and the parade. Like, it's from exercise, riding my bicycle and getting like natural endorphin high. And it's also because I was photographed by hundreds of people in the parade going, "Bro, bro," you know, down the street. We went down Broadway, Capitol Hill in Seattle. which is a very gay-friendly neighborhood for those of you not from Seattle. And it was so wonderful to wave at hundreds of people and have my photograph taken, and all the other bicyclists and I were, mostly they were all just men. I was the only woman cyclist. We need more women to show up at these events. But I had a lot of fun, and I feel totally high from that experience, but it's a natural high. It's like a healthy, good drug, being in front of an audience and waving and performing and connecting. And I feel really, I had more fun in the Gay Pride Parade than I did at the Summer Solstice Parade. I feel like the audience was less judgmental. I feel like the Gay Pride Parade, anything goes, and the audience seemed very positive and like they would cheer for everyone. They liked everyone in the parade, no matter how strange or whatever everybody was. And I'm not even a gay person, but I felt like totally, it was all about body pride, me and the other cyclists. And it was all about embracing who you really are and just showing it off and shining like a star and not hiding in shame. You know, I probably could lose 20 or 30 pounds. I'm a little chunky, kind of big Betty. And I'm a figure model for a living. So I'm not so overweight that they don't like to draw me. They do. They artists love to draw me and paint me and sculpt me and photograph me. But I am overweight by American society standards. I'm overweight. And it was nice to be with people, you know, skinny, fat, tall, short, people in wheelchairs, little kids, older people, gay people, bi people, straight people. And the police were very polite to us and very civil and very respectful. We respected the police and the police respected us. And it was very nonviolent and peaceful. It was great. And they were handing out these cool, does the peace symbol go like that or like that? I'm like, it goes like that, right? I'm so tired right now. I'm like totally high from endorphins, and I'm totally like, you know, a lot of people think I'm stoned all the time, and I don't like being stoned. I've been stoned only a couple times in my life. It just makes me sleepy and depressed. I get high from my artwork. I get high from taking photographs of myself, and I think that I look kind of strange, I know, but I feel normal. I feel like this is me. This is who I am. Colorful, bright, and bold, and different and unusual. And yet I'm very quiet at the same time. And in some ways I'm very introspective and shy. And in some ways I'm very narcissistic, I think, a little bit. And then in some ways I totally ignore myself. And in some ways I'm preoccupied with myself. And in some ways I'm too attentive to others. And I neglect myself. And it's kind of weird. And the paradox of that, or the contradiction, the catch-22 of that, it's like, sometimes I think I try to get from others what I can only give myself in solitude. And then when I'm alone, I try to get something that I can only get by having a relationship with another human being, either a close friendship or being lovers with a man. And I believe that gay people should have all the same rights as heterosexual people, as well as transgendered people. I think all human beings should be able to get married if they want to a male or a female. And I believe, and also if somebody wants to be celibate or be a monk and never get married, I think that should be allowed too. I believe in diversity. And in nature, diversity is what keeps the ecosystem healthy and strong. And I think it's the same thing with human beings. I think we need gay people. We need people who don't breed. We need heterosexual people and gay people. I think people that are against gay people or don't think gay people should get married, it's because of their own fear. It's like a fear of trusting nature. Because there are all different kinds of people in the world. And to me, I don't understand what the big deal is. If somebody is, if I wanted to have sex with a woman that I loved, I don't understand why that would be a problem for anybody. There's nothing harmful going on, and it seems really shallow and simple-minded to me to think that people think that the only purpose of sex is to mate and have a child. When you make love, when I make love with a man, it's true, my hormones, I do kind of feel like I want to get pregnant. I feel like, I want to get pregnant. It's like a natural hormonal thing and a yin-yang thing. The desire to mate is very primal. But when I make love with a man, I also feel It's so much more than just this mating thing. It's also a way of being vulnerable with another human being and letting your guard down and looking into their eyes and showing your emotions and your feelings. And sex is about pleasure, but also sex is about sharing with somebody else in an uninhibited way, and it's a very vulnerable thing to do with someone. So it takes guts to have sex. The kind of sex I have anyway. When I make love to somebody that I care about, I don't like shallow sex. And in my early 20s, I went through a phase where I had a lot of one-night stands and that kind of thing, and it was okay, but it was very shallow and superficial, and I was hungry for more depth. Being a Scorpio, I like depth, depth, depth. I must have depth.